All right, my friends, welcome back to Salt City Counseling. Once again, my name's Scott. If you're new here, I'm a licensed therapist here in the beautiful state of Utah. And it is a beautiful fall day. In this video, I want to talk about one of the contributing factors to this pervasive state of mental illness that I'm seeing, that I'm seeing, like, especially in young people, young adults, teenagers. I think there's a lot of factors. I do. I'm going to talk about one of the biggest ones that I find here. One of the biggest things that I believe is contributing to this overall state of mental health. I ask a lot of young people this particular question. I ask them, would you agree or disagree that people are collectively suffering with their mental health? And they're always like, oh, I definitely agree with that. I go, why? Why is that? And I ask them, what do you think? Why is that? And the answer is universally that they're placing the blame or the responsibility onto everything other than themselves. That, oh, it's the state of the world, it's the baby boomers, it's this or that and the other. And therapy with me, counseling with me, means that we focus on what it is that you can change and what you can control, and that is yourself, that is your thoughts, your emotions, your behavior. And I promise you, if you change those things, a lot will change for you in your personal reality, in your own little world. And so in this episode, I am going to, this is a little bit of a video blog format where I'm going to cover probably one of the biggest concerns that I have currently, that I see very commonly with young people across the board. Hang on. Oh, that's good coffee. That's good. That's so good. Before I get to that, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you like my content, you want more content like this, buy me a coffee. Link is in the description below. Don't forget to share and comment and all that stuff. You know what to do. That helps me out. Okay, let's get to it. So there's this big umbrella, and it's called personal responsibility and personal accountability. And a lot of the things that I'm seeing that are issues with mental health are sort of under this umbrella. And this is the one that's most concerning to me overall. And that is that I see young people largely avoiding anything that is uncomfortable, anything that could be painful, or anything that is, we have comfort or difficult. If it's difficult, nope. Stay away, get it out, get rid of it, right? Oh, it's uncomfortable? No, I don't want it. And it's unfortunate. I see so many young people and they're stuck in their bedrooms. They're stuck at home, they're stuck in their bedrooms. They're avoiding difficulty, they're avoiding life, they're avoiding all the hardships, they're avoiding that type of stuff as though that's going to solve it. And really it's just avoidance, it's just escaping. It's not helping them, it's harming them. But I see this attitude of, if it's difficult or uncomfortable or potentially painful, get it away from me. I don't want anything to do with it. And so they avoid it. And the fact of the matter is, here are the facts of life. First of all, you cannot avoid these things. You can't avoid discomfort, you can't avoid pain, and you can't avoid difficulty. If you try, it will work against you badly. It will work very much against you. But second of all, these things are actually good for you. Sure, they're uncomfortable, and you may not like them, but they are in fact, very good for you. Very, very good for you. And here's why. There's only one way to build strength. And I'm talking whether it's physical strength or ego strength, mental strength, whatever. There's only one way to build strength, and that is to do difficult things. When you do difficult things, you build and improve your strength. And here's the thing about strength. Not only does every single person, I believe, want strength, want to have that mental strength, but strength, you cannot be happy unless you are strong. If you want to be happy, you first have to become strong. Now, what I see with young people is a lot of this externalization. Well, if I'm not happy, it's because externally things are not lining up for me, or other people are not behaving in accordance to what is going to make me happy, right? And we even have this very, very strong, kind of domineering, very aggressive subculture. And to me, it's actually had a huge detriment to a lot of young people's mental health. And it places a lot of emphasis on speech, and that other people should never, ever say certain things that make you uncomfortable. And they're expected to alter their behavior in order to keep you comfortable. and it's all externalized, all externalized. This is narcissistic thinking, actually, is that there's no personal accountability, there's no responsibility, there's no discipline, there's no individual interpretation of how a person should act or be or function or what makes them good or happy or otherwise, right? It's not on them, it's on everybody else. And so we expect everybody else to alter and change their behavior to suit and accommodate us. It's narcissistic. This is the normalization of narcissism that I often see. But unfortunately, well, and just to continue on this point, it's right. Well, don't say anything that might trigger me. I need my safe space because I don't want to be confronted with anything that might cause me any discomfort. Right? And that type of thinking is very, very harmful and destructive to our mental health. Sadly, too, I see enough mental health professionals that support this nonsense. That difficult things can be avoided, that painful things can be avoided, that uncomfortable things can be avoided. That's life, my friends. That is life. But again, this is how you build strength. If you don't build strength, you can't be happy. Period. It doesn't matter if the whole world changes their behavior to suit you. If you have not taken care of yourself and attended to yourself appropriately and effectively and in a respectful way and in a way that you face hard things and you do hard things so that you build strength and you acquire strength, you're going to be miserable. You're just going to be miserable. And so here's sort of my message to young people. You must do hard things. You must. You have to. You can't avoid them. You must do things that make you uncomfortable. You have to. You must. It's good for you. You must face the pain in your life. There's painful things in your life. You have to face them and you have to work through it. I'm not saying to look for pain. I'm not looking for things that are going to cause you pain or cause you harm. I'm saying there are painful things in your life and you must face them. You must confront them and you must deal with them. Okay? You have to do those things and you have to face your fears. You have to face your anxieties. If it scares you, you have to do it. And that's what makes you strong, period. You will not ever solve and I mean ever, solve your mental health issues by avoiding what is difficult and painful and uncomfortable and causes you anxiety. And I just see these young people are just trying to reinforce the walls to keep anything uncomfortable away from them. And I'm telling you, across the board, this is what's concerning me about them. This is what I'm seeing across the board that almost all of them have in common is that if it makes it uncomfortable, they wall it off. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. And I don't want to see it, right? I'm telling you, that attitude is going to cause you tremendous difficulty and tremendous harm, more difficulty and more harm than it is that you think that you're avoiding. What's sad and troubling to me as well is I will see young people, teenagers and young adults again, where it's like they'll be on an upswing and I'll see them on an upswing and maybe they're exercising more, they're getting out more, they're interacting more with people, maybe they're creating more balance, they're facing their challenges, they're doing hard things, and they start to improve their sense of pride and their sense of self-respect and identity. They're finding a little bit more meaning and a little bit more purpose to their daily lives. But the second they hit some troubled waters, boom, they're gone. They're out of there and they're back to their bedroom where they want to hide from the world. And back to feeling down, depressed, self-loathing, and full of despair, right? And what they need to understand is that the happiness that they experienced, it is due to doing those difficult things. Okay? And I can tell you honestly, my life is improved tremendously when I have forced myself to do difficult things. Whether that is to work through my own mental health issues, or whether that has dieting, like going through certain diets, losing weight, forcing myself to exercise when I don't feel like it or my body hurts, right? And forcing myself to do it anyways, taking cold showers. Like I've been doing cold showers because it's supposed to shock your body and increase your metabolism and your immune system response and things like that. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. And that's really the point of this video, okay? To all the young people out there, and I mean this sincerely, you must do hard things. You must make yourself uncomfortable. You must face your fears and you must face what's painful in your life. And look, you don't have to do it alone, right? You can find a good therapist. Maybe you have a supportive parent or really good friends where you can confide in them, right? But not enough young people are opening up or confiding in the people that they're close to because they don't want to be vulnerable because that's uncomfortable too. Again, that's good for you. You need that, okay? You cannot create close, meaningful, intimate connections with people without vulnerability. And yes, it's scary, and yes, it comes with a risk, and yes, it has potential for pain. You have to do it. And I'll wrap up with this. I heard Joe Rogan talking about this with one of his guests, just on a short. It was like just a short video clip. Joe was saying, and I 1,000,000% agree with him. He's never heard of or never known a person who is really strong and really positive and really powerful and very down to earth and had a very high quality life that didn't go through hell. And I 1,000,000% agree, right? If you find people that you really, really admire, I'd guarantee you they've been through some very, very difficult things and they worked through it. And that's what makes them great. That's what makes them positive and powerful in that regard. Okay. That's your life lesson for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.